Alright, so it's December 2021, and here in Ohio we had a couple warm days this week, just some random global warming, I guess. And I took this out and was driving it around, and I had a couple of videos that I recorded with my camera, but I'm not sure what happened to them. Anyway, this is my camera phone. Just going to do a quick rundown of what's going on with this C4 Corvette conversion. Alright, so this is a Dart SHP small block 400. It's actually a 406. That's been placed in here. This is got a Lunati hydraulic roller bracket racing cam. I have a Edelbrock Torque 2 intake on there, and a set of you probably can't see the Edelbrock logo in there, but just Edelbrock RPM heads on it. These are actually the factory headers that come with the smog pipe being removed. I just plug welded the pipes that stick up there, so it'll just be a smooth flow. I have full length headers, but I never got around to redoing this exhaust yet. Anyway, this is just an Edelbrock drop base air cleaner. The carburetor I have on here, this is one I just custom built. It's a 750 racing carb, double pumper, and that's just a standard Holley throttle cable bracket. I'm still using the original cable, just kind of have it like extra wound there. That's a Msd HEI cap. This is actually a ZR1 PowerMaster alternator. Costs like quite a bit more money. But even at idle, it gives me like plenty of amps. Took off the plastic shroud that goes over the radiator. This is like a Champ racing radiator I got from Jegs. And I just wired up the electric fans to work with the key on. And this is a large B&M transcooler that's running. I have a TH350 transmission in it. Computer still over to the side. I got a lot of different wires here for all the relays, running off the battery to different things. This is my stock hood. Nothing really abnormal. A couple of those little nicks there where I had like the actual screw for the carburetor too tall. I needed to get like one that was like ½ inch shorter, and it was digging into that. Anyway, the hood closes just fine. Over here on the other side, I'll pause it briefly and we'll look at that side. Alright, so just over here on this side, same thing. I've got the dipstick. It's on the passenger side here with these dart blocks. Transmission dipstick still in the same spot. So one thing is, I've run a blaster coil. I kind of tucked it over here. And the blaster coil just runs up to wire up to the HEI for there. And over here, tucked away in the corner, I've got my Msd Ignition Box. And that's actually an SCI, which is called a Sport Compact Ignition. You'd have to be around in the 90s to know what that even is. But that's an analog box. It's the same as the regular 6A, 6AL. It's just they put a silver paint job on it for the imports. Had one laying around forever, and it works great. I took the AC compressor off here. It actually works, the AC. It's just that when I took this motor in and out, it was just easier to move around with it. Serpentine belts are still on. This is my trick flow pressure regulator, and or I should say, actually, it's like a step down. So it takes the high pressure of the fuel pump and turns it down to the carb level, which is low. I got it like probably 6-7 psi. The actual, I mean, it is a pressure regulator, but I have the actual line still here. I just kind of used high pressure hose, and yeah, it's a little janky. Even my little carb spot there, my little rigged up thing is a little janky. My fuel log I put on another car. Then here's where I've got the harness kind of taped up with electrical tape, and that's where the fuel injection harness would have been. But you can see down here, Torque 2 intake. Actually, I got a video where I ported this out and everything like that. Another thing is I've got an Edelbrock Corvette style polished intake, or not intake, but I mean water pump in there that's reverse rotation for the serpentine. Edelbrock racing valve covers. Trying to think of what else. I mean, really, it's just everybody's asking me all these questions. Will this fit? Will this fit? I mean, this is a stock hood. This hood actually is off for like an 85. My original 90 hood was crashed and crushed in the corner. So I kind of modified a little bit. You can see where I have little cutouts here. And that's for the alternator or the radiator corner there. And I was going to fill that in with fiberglass and finish modifying that one day. But long story short, this is a Dart SHP block. This is the conversion with the carb. Everything else is just set up. I mean, because I'm running a 350, I don't have the kickdown over there either. I actually don't like a kickdown. I like to manually shift. And there's the carburetor, the intake, stock headers with the exhaust, wrap the manifolds. Radiator still the same, overflows down there. Got my ignition box. Can't think of too many other questions. Let me see if this Edelbrock air cleaner's got a part number. Yeah, unfortunately I don't see any part numbers on here, but I think I put that in a different video. I should have. But it's just the drop base. You can see there it's got the grooves over the sides. I just throw this on here, and it's backwards, but hold on. I drop it on there like this until it sits there flush. Don't have the screw in there because I was messing around with it, but we'll take the hood and close it now. You can see the hood is fully closed. Nothing crazy. Factory hood. Yeah, a couple people been asking about it, so I just finally got a video. I'll upload this and see if it helps somebody.